Well, it is exciting. Hello. Hey, this is Kirkland from Daily Momentum. You all know that I have a snack business, which is named Stewart Snacks. I just enjoy giving you these snips and tips along the way just to help you along the way. Because of my channel is named Daily Momentum, I just want to be able to inspire and equip you with momentum throughout the day. And I hope these videos are bringing some momentum into your life. So let's go ahead and get to the chase of talking about some momentums that would help you along the way. If you are a leader or if you are a person that needs some motivation, just people that are entrepreneurs. I am a distributor, but all the time I need to be educated with how to be a better leader. And you all know on my other video I talked about self-improvements, how I want to be able to continue to hold myself accountable for being able to do some self-improvement challenges in my life. I mean, this is what I want to do for my life to make my life better, and God has showed me some things in my life that needs improvement. And so some people may look at my life and say, hey, it looks like you already improved. No, there's still some things that I need to improve in my life. And so you have to have that mind thought too, because that's the only way that God can be able to reach out and help you, or anybody can help you if you just show yourself some humbleness and humility of saying that, hey, what can I do to apply it to my life to make it much better? So I come up with some tips, 4 tips, talking about you need to be aware of. Some things we need to be aware of in our life. A lot of times we wonder why different blessings are being blocked from us, or the enemy of wealth comes in to creep in and to steal your wealth because of these 4 tips. And so I want to imply these into you. If you want to take notes, take notes. It will be great for you to take them and to learn some of the things that you need to learn. Here we go. The number one thing that we need in our life, and that won't help us and stop us from being able to block our blessings. These are the things that we need to be aware of. And here it goes. It's fear. All the time, it's me growing up, being an entrepreneur, trying to understand just being a leader or director or being an entrepreneur. Fear sets in and tells in my mind, makes me procrastinate, and it makes me over prepare, and it also gives me excuses. So these are the fears that I'm talking about, that you know that we are attacked each and every day to hinder us from our blessing. Sometimes God is getting us a step to another realm of things into our life. So a lot of times we hinder them because we let these fear with procrastinate, keep putting off, say I'm gonna do it and do it. A lot of people who same thing with fear with losing weight. You are study, procrastinate, you still going back and forth, and you say, hey, let me go on a diet. Why not just start eating healthy and be through with that, so you won't continue fooling yourself or going backwards and forward? Procrastination, over preparation, and excuses will help us to incline the fear in our mind. That is number one. Fear. Think about that. Fear. We need to get over that hump of fear. The next one is 2. Doubt. Doubt. Self-sabotaging our lives. Shining object syndrome. Inconsistent effects and needing encouragement all the time. So when I mean about that self-sabotaging ourselves, it's almost falling into the way of excuses or shining object syndromes. Soon as we start something And then something else pop up, we jump to that. Then something else pop up, we jump to that. Then something else come up, we jump to this. So a lot of times we are trying to build business with online things and all these things that are popping up and say it will make you rich and get you going, and you're going to make all this money. You jump to that thinking that what you had and God has directed you to that. You ran and jumped to this, and you just pretty much self-sabotaging yourself. And worrying about these shiny objects that's going to give you all these money, but still sticking to the niche that you are need to. That's part of doubt, because when you get a niche, you need to stick to it. If you are a dancer, or you are a leader in the church, or you are a entrepreneur, or you are just an employee working, and you say, or even in education, when you got one major, then you jump to another major, you're thinking this major, you have to stick to one thing and be consistent about that. Stop sabotaging yourself and stop being inconsistent with these things. Stick to one thing you need to do, and all the time needing encouragement. Doubt. Needing encouragement. Somebody need to boost you up. You need to boost yourself up. Yeah, and that reminds me of a saying in David in Psalms, and he said he had to encourage himself. You need to find some things that you can maybe listen to, some motivation speeches or some praise songs or something to get you going so you can get through your day, so you can stick to that one niche and keep yourself encouraged throughout your day. So that was number 2. Number 3 is lack of knowledge. And when I mean that, I want to talk about is ignorance. A lot of times, number 3 would be ignorance, but I didn't know how you all going to handle that, because a lot of times when I say ignorance, people think that you're dumb. That doesn't mean that you're dumb. That means you don't have a lack of knowledge. You're not educating yourself. And so this comes in the things that are blocking our blessings, because we don't educate ourselves. We think that we know it all, or this is not right, and maybe God is putting things in your place to help you to be a little creative in your mind so you can think, and we think that these things have to be right in front of us. Even when the guy wanted his healing and they wanted him to go into the Jordan in the mud, he thought, why would I go into the Jordan in the mud? Even though he did go, we have to understand that our blessing come in different forms and ways, not the way we want them to come in, but the way that God wants to direct you, put you in an unusual place so you can say, man, God, I can't believe God did that. God worked through this way. You know, isn't that exciting? We are overcome by the word of our testimonies. So, ignorance. So, one thing we need to do is continue repeating mistakes. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And so, me and my wife, we had to sit down one time, and we was doing the books, and I said, you know, we are insane. We are trying to save money and do all this stuff. We keep doing the same thing over and over again. And guess what? We end up with the same results. We are insane. And so I said, let's do something different. And we did something different with our finance and came slowly out of debt. And so a lot of times we have to not continue doing repeated mistakes, and also missing opportunities. When God putting things in front of us, you are missing these opportunities, being ignorant to the fact that God's keep putting it in your face, and you're missing out on them opportunities. It may be a friend or a guy that you may be, or a sister that you may be talking to every day, and they have great ideas. I never remember the first time when I started vending, me and some guys was sitting around talking about how we need to make some extra money. And guess what? One guy said, what you think about vending machines? And I thought, vending machine? He said, yeah, vending machine, that would be a great idea. He said, I've been thinking about doing that. And I said, I do, but I had some doubts about that. And he said, and so what I did, I went home, I researched it, I studied it, then I seen that the money that I could be making while I could be working a part-time job and a full-time job. I can set up the machine, take out some time out of my day and set these machines up. But first I had to come up with the money. So I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity when he did. None of them did follow up that, but I did. And I actually grew a business that provided for my family through vending. And I don't do it as much as I used to, because I went to other different things, not missing the opportunities that God has brought me on a different level to be able to get to the success that I needed to get to. Limited growth. You're not growing, and that's what I did. I went to Venice to start the ladder where I need to go, and I didn't limit my growth. I continue educating myself, learning different things. Stuck in the same approach, same thing. It's pretty much insanity. So let's not be ignorant to the fact. So the things that I talked about was fear, doubt, and ignorance. And the number 4 one that you've been waiting for is comfort and ease. I never remember my stepson. He got to his first 9 weeks. He made all A's, and he was so excited. He wanted all us to be excited, and we started getting all excited. And we thought, man, this guy is smart. And guess what he did? He got comfort and he got ease. He said, hey, I'm smart. I don't need to learn anything no more. So he went to class and he didn't do nothing. And all of a sudden, his grades started dropping. Like, what happened? Then he started acting out and doing all these different things, and he ended up failing. So these are the things, illustrations that we need to not take accountable of. It's getting comfortable, set in the stagnant thing. And we all know that water, if it sets for a long time, it gets stagnant and it begins to stink. And fume comes on top of it, and it gets where you can't drink it. So we have to continue refreshing our drink, filling that cup up, filling ourselves up, and allowing these blessings not to be blocked. Because you're only blocking your blessings when you're taking it easy, not continue educating yourself, not continue putting in more things so you can be able to improve yourself. And you just getting comfortable and doing this, and you know you're supposed to be. You done made your first $10 off your business or your $100 of your business, and so you don't show up for work anymore. You made your first grades in school, so you quit studying. You got to keep putting your feet on the pedal, on the gas, so you can be able to keep going forward, and you have to get that done. So I'm just encouraging you, and I hope these tips have helped you along the way. 4 tips. So when I talked about these tips, there's another side on that to help you along the way. Is if you have these fears, then you need to be a little bit more courage. That would be the opposite of fear, is courage, being courageous. And number 2 is doubt. Then instead of having doubt, you need to increase your faith. And then with ignorance, you need to, opposite of that would be knowledge, educating yourself, learning things, helping you, learning your niche. And you're in school and you're trying to learn these things, or you dancing and you need to learn these things. Find out what other people are doing, seeing what other people are going. Just go different places to open the horizon of your mind on different things. The same thing with snacks and learning things. I have educate myself each and every day, just learning, not worrying about the competitor, but educate myself so I can be able to self-improve myself, be better out in the market as the years pass. And also comfort and ease. That one is the opposite, would be purpose. Have a purpose for your life. Courage, faith, knowledge, and purpose. Don't get caught up into the fear, the doubt, the ignorance, and the comfort and ease. Continue allowing courage, faith, knowledge, and purpose in your life. You have to get it done. So, hey, this is Kirkland from Daily Momentum. Stewart Snacks is my business where I love to sell snacks, and I enjoy selling snacks. We're going to continue putting videos out to help motivate you, keep a momentum going in your life so you can be a better leader, better entrepreneur, better in educating as being a student, because we all have to be a student and learn these things. Continue educating yourself, learning, scheduling yourself, taking notes. What I do all the time, take notes. Write down the process of what you need to do throughout the day to help you. These are some of the things. See, God giving you these things, and God is using me to give you these 4 things, and only you need to take the time out to learn them. So thank you all for joining. You all have a great day. Hey, I'm excited. I just hope these things, I've worked with this from dear my heart of educating myself to bring you these tips 4 tips. Hold on to them, write them down, jot them down, and you can do it. Keep the momentum going. Yes, sir. See you later. Bye-bye.